Once a submersible pump is installed in a borehole, one usually loses contact with it for the next many years until a problem one day arises and water stops coming out. Usually, this requires a skilled borehole team to come to site, lift up the pump and take it home to their workshop for examination and repair. Now, Davis Shirtliff has developed a new technology that makes it possible to constantly monitor a pump's performance so problems can be detected before they cause the pump to stop working. The system is called iDayliff and uses mobile phone and GPS technology to monitor and control pump performance no matter where the pump is installed.
What it does is it looks at how the equipment is performing, but also monitors power conditions, and you're able to get information relating to the equipment that's being monitored. So for instance, to give an example of borehole pumping systems, when you install an iDayliff system, you'd be able to tell when it's running, when it's off, what the power supply is like, when there's a problem like pump tripping or face missing, and you're also able to know how frequently your pump operates and when it exhausts water in the borehole. So there are quite a number of parameters, some of them in options on the advanced system, but one is able to know the health and performance of the equipment.
Innovation and new technology are at the heart of the busy Davis Shirtliff service department, where all installation and service activities are registered and monitored online. All iDayliff systems are plotted into a map so the staff can monitor their performance and get alarms when something is wrong. In case of an alarm, they can zoom in and see the location and the kind of failure so they can decide whether it needs attention from a service technician. They can also see which technician is closest to the site so they can direct him there immediately.
No, I've just seen from our screen that Dandora Church Catholic has a face failure.
Okay.
I've alerted the client, and so could you kindly attend to that site?
You want me to work on that side?
And how long is it going to take?
I have just finished on another one, so I can be there maybe in 30 minutes.
Okay, then I'll inform the client that will be there at 2.
For customers who are on contract, they need further assurance that the equipment is being keenly monitored and that if something goes wrong, that we will be there to attend to the equipment immediately. So we're using the iDayliff with our contract customers, and when something is immediately spotted in the system as having gone wrong, we immediately dispatch a technician.
But when again to the tank, this was showing me
48.
Okay. And then the problem is that it was just showing nothing. It was showing me 0.
Okay.
So it is 0 current.
Okay.
94 bars. And then it is not showing me anything else.
Oh, so when you see this red, when you see it's blinking like this, that means there is network. And when you see these other ones, that means there is some sending and receiving of a signal that is going on. So let me find out what is happening. Let me see. So when I see this, this tells me there is some problem with these windings. This is the road that is going to the motor down there. You can see a cable that is open.
That is?
There is an open cable here.
It is important that we have regular supply of water because of the multitudes, the good number of Christians who always come here for the church services, for the school and the dispensary. And all these facilities need regular running water. We serve over 30,000 Christians who are always here, and as we all know, water is very important.
So we have the pump now running. should be able to get a message. These are the messages.
Noted. They have noted.
You can go and see
At the end of the day, all we want is
whether
water.
the water is coming out.
We don't want this. You're just seeing the gadgets, but they're happy. At the end of the day, all we want is water. At this rate, can we know the flow rate? The flow rate of the pump? Yes. So let's.
Now you have your water. Good.
Thank you.
Now we want to get the direction to borehole, which is at Dogfight in Kayore. It's a borehole where we are supposed to go and check what is happening, because I can see there is a rock that is showing an alarm. So we want to know what is happening here, because we found there was an alarm. That's why we have seen us coming without even telling you. So we just want to see what is happening and sort out the problem.
I sell water to local residents. People are buying because the municipal council water is not enough for the residents. So like one day we sell like 10,000 liters.
For iDayliff, basically we are taking the headache away from the customer, because you know as a customer that your equipment is being monitored and there's someone looking at it who knows how it's performing and can tell before something goes wrong, can tell that some situations need to be remedied. But also, if the equipment does fail, you don't get to know it when you've run out of water, because it's being monitored and there's somebody who will be able to find that out on the spot. Well, iDayliff in terms of scope is limitless. At the moment, we've piloted it with borehole equipment. That's not to say we cannot use them for other equipment. We have systems that are being developed and tested for water treatment equipment, for generators, for booster pumps. Basically, almost all our product categories will one day be covered under iDayliff.